What's up guys, it's Randall back again with UnlockPiano.com, and today's topic is what type of piano or keyboard should I buy? And I would always answer that question and say it depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on your budget, it depends on where you are in your playing, it depends on your preference. As you know, there are a lot of different types of keyboard actions out there. You have the weighted keys, you have semi-weighted keys, and you have the unweighted keys. So people prefer different things. So if you're some fancy millionaire who can afford to buy a $30,000 grand piano and smack it in the middle of your living room, then fine, by all means go ahead and buy that. But if not, if you're like me, if you're an average American guy who lives in an apartment, then you might not have that much coin to spend on a keyboard or piano. So I would always recommend from a beginner standpoint, as a beginner, I would always recommend that you start off on the cheapest digital keyboard that you could find, whether it be from Walmart or Guitar Center. Find the cheapest digital keyboard that you can find just to start playing around and just start messing around with scales and chords and stuff like that, just to become familiar with the keyboard. And as you graduate, as you become an intermediate player, I would say get into some weighted keys. And the reason why I say that is because using the weighted keys, it forces the muscles in your fingers and hands to become stronger. And if you're trying to play more advanced stuff, you're gonna need that finger strength, you're gonna need that hand strength, and you won't be able to advance without having that strength in your hand. So I would always say, as an intermediate player, go and try to invest in some weighted keys if you can. You can go on Craigslist. A lot of the times people are trying to get rid of those upright pianos, those wooden upright pianos that sit in their houses for years and years and nobody ever touches them. You can find one of those things on Craigslist for like $500. Heck, you might even be able to find them for a little bit cheaper. Just depends on where you look and on how desperate somebody is to try to get rid of them. And as you advance and you start to become a piano master, I would say to start looking into some of the more higher end digital synthesizer keyboards, like some of the Yamahas, the Rolands, the Korgs, and whatever other high end brands there are out there. And it all depends. If you're trying to get into music production, I would purchase one of those keyboards. But if you're not trying to produce the next Beyonce or the next Justin Timberlake, then you really don't need those expensive keyboards. If you're just trying to learn how to play the next top 100 songs on the Billboard charts and you just want to learn how to play it on the piano, then you can just buy a basic keyboard. Buy something within the $500 to $1,000 range. I myself, what I practice on here, I have a MIDI controller, and basically what a MIDI controller is, it's just basically a keyboard, and it has semi-weighted keys on it, and you can hook this thing up to a computer via USB and play the sounds from a digital audio workstation such as Logic or Pro Tools or GarageBand systems, programs of that nature. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So just to recap again, if you're a beginner, I would say go to Walmart, get the cheapest little digital keyboards you can find just to become familiar with your scales and your chords. As you become more serious, I would say invest in a weighted key keyboard or piano, because you're going to need to build your finger strength and your hand strength in order to start playing more advanced stuff. And if you're into music production and if you're becoming a piano master and you feel like you're ready to invest in one of the more high-end keyboards and like I said, music production, I would go with one of the higher end synthesizers. Those things can range from $1,000 to $5,000 depending on what brand you purchase. But that's my time, guys. Just wanted to shed a little light and kind of give you my perspective. I hope that helped out. If you have any questions, just hit my inbox. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.